Labour Party Governor Alex Otti surprisingly deletes his tweets about Peter Obi. See what he deleted. What did he delete? Eh? Everything is news in Nigeria now. Wow. Okay, let's see exactly what he deleted about Peter Obi that is making rounds in the media. Alex Otti, the governor-elect of Abia State, is the governor of Abia State, not governor-elect. All right, has stirred attention by deleting a tweet in which he addressed the Labour Party presidential candidate Peter Obi as my president in waiting. So the incident unfolded after Peter Obi congratulated Otti on his victory in the Abia State governorship election. Peter Obi's congratulations. So in a congratulatory message shared on Twitter, Peter Obi extended his best wishes to Dr. Alex Otti, the Abia State governor-elect, and he expressed satisfaction that the electoral process respected the will and wishes of the Abia electorate. The tweet was well received, reflecting the spirit of unity and democratic principles. Otti's gracious response. Alex Otti responded to Peter Obi's congratulatory message with gratitude. In his reply on Twitter, he conveyed his appreciation for Obi's kind words and prayers, and he referred to Peter Obi as my president in waiting, indicating a sense of anticipation and unity among their political circles. However, an intriguing development emerged when it was discovered that Alex Otti had deleted his tweet referring to Peter Obi as president in waiting. This action raises questions about the implication of such a deletion and whether it signals any significant shift in political dynamics or relationship between Otti and Obi. The possible reasons of the deletion, the reasons behind the tweet deletion remains speculative. It could be a matter of clarifying Otti's political stance or emphasizing his role as the governor-elect of Abia State without potentially contentious association. So alternatively, it may reflect evolving political circumstances or strategies, as the world of politics is dynamic and often marked by tactical changes. So the deletion of this tweet raises questions about the intricacies of political alliances and in relationships in Nigeria, particularly within the context of the Abia State governorship election. It prompts observers to wonder about the dynamics between Otti and Obi and how this relationship may evolve as they take on their respective roles in governance and opposition. Okay, so while Twitter deletions are not uncommon and can stem from various motives, they tend to attract public attention and spark discussions, especially when they involve prominent political figures. The broader implication of this specific tweet removal remain to be seen, and it will be interesting to observe how this political narrative unfolds in future. Okay, Alex Otti deleted tweet where he addressed Peter Obi as my president in waiting. So the fact here remains that, the Peter Obi and Alex Otti have been working together in Labour Party and have been doing very well. I think they are about the strongest figures in Labour Party right now. And Alex Otti addressing Peter Obi as my president in waiting as at that particular time was not controversial and was very optimistic as at that time. But now Supreme Court has ruled and passed their judgment favoring Tinubu instead of Peter Obi. So he has to delete the tweet so it will not look like he's running a parallel government with Tinubu. That is it. It's just a common sense, and I really don't see anything wrong. That does not sever the relationship between Alex Otti and Peter Obi. No, from my own opinion, I would say no. Meanwhile, now that Supreme Court has affirmed Tinubu as president of Nigeria, and by reporting protocol, Tinubu is direct boss to Alex Otti now in terms of on the job, and so he has to also show some sense of loyalty to the president that the court has affirmed, which is a part of rule of law or a law-abiding employee or staff or personnel in Nigeria working for his boss. Because from time to time, Alex Otti is going to be having meeting with Tinubu either on one-on-one basis or as a team in the government for issues concerning the states and the nation at large. So, but that doesn't mean that Alex Otti is no longer, it's no longer connected to Peter Obi. But yeah, on party lines, yes, they're together. Then on the job, administrative line is working with Tinubu. So there's no reason leaving that tweet saying calling Peter Obi president in waiting because he's no longer president in waiting by by reason of the court judgment from the Supreme Court. Peter Obi is no longer president in waiting. But before that judgment, yes, he was president in waiting in anticipation uh, uh, of the court judgment that it will favor Peter Obi. So, but now that it's been ruled and concluded, Peter Obi is no longer president in waiting, and so there's nothing wrong deleting that tweet. That is the way I see it. I don't know how anyone else will want to interpret it, but in this era, as a political figure, anything you do, whether it's good or whether it's bad or anything you do, will make rounds in this media. People will carry it and interpret it in 1 billion ways, give it different kinds of meaning, including insinuations and assumptions. So we just need to make sure that we are objective in our analysis and understand exactly, at least, not really preempting, but at least understanding people's behavior and the reasons what they do. I mean, why they do what they do. Okay. There are a few comments here. Somebody saying there's nothing wrong with this response. He is still the Labour Party presidential candidate. So far, me is still correct. So for me, it's still correct, and that's correct. Yes. So I say the person that wrote this is treacherous because with the verdict of the Supreme Court, all hope is lost by Obi for now. Obi is the choice of the people. God is alive. Yes. Obviously, since hope is still alive, then the future Labour Party can't die or matter, no matter what anybody may say. And that is correct. Even Satan knows the true situation in Nigeria, who should lead Nigeria. Abi? Yes, even Satan knows that is true. So that is it. Like I said earlier, I don't think it's ill intended. Deleting that tweet is not ill intended against Peter Obi, and it's just a common sense to be on a very good footing, both with the president that the court has affirmed and with Peter Obi, the presidential candidate of the Labour Party, that he is also working with on the party line. So there's absolutely nothing wrong. As far as this court judgment is concerned, Peter Obi is no longer president in waiting. As far as future political plans and strategies are concerned, yes, Peter Obi is president in waiting because he could also contest in 2027 and still win. And I'm sure Peter Obi is not going to rest. 2027 is still going to contest, and people will still vote for him, whether we like it or not. He is somebody that people want in power, no matter what they do. All right. So it is what it is. Thank you for listening, and let's have your comment on that tweet.